The world is getting louder. Everyone is explaining themselves. Everyone is reacting. Everyone is sharing opinions, plans, emotions, and frustrations, as if visibility equals progress. The Stoics would see this as a mistake, because in times of noise, power belongs to those who can remain silent without disappearing. Staying silent does not mean doing nothing. It means withdrawing your energy from distraction and reinvesting it in yourself. In 2026, silence will not be weakness. It will be strategy. Most people will exhaust themselves trying to be seen, understood, and validated. Stoics will do the opposite. They will focus inward. They will train discipline quietly. They will build strength where no one is watching. And when results appear, no explanation will be necessary. Stoicism teaches that attention is life's most valuable currency. Where you place it determines who you become. If your attention is scattered across drama, comparison, and constant reaction, your growth slows. If your attention is guarded, focused, and silent, your growth accelerates. This is why Stoics mastered the art of selective silence, not silence born of fear, but silence born of clarity. They understood something most people never learn. The less you announce, the less you are interrupted. The less you react, the less you are controlled. The more you focus on yourself, the less the world can pull you apart. This video is not about isolating yourself from life. It is about isolating yourself from distraction. In 2026, the Stoic path is simple but demanding. Work quietly, grow privately, let improvement speak, stay until the end. Because those who learn to focus on themselves and stay silent at the right time will move ahead while others are still talking. To understand why focusing on yourself and staying silent in 2026 is powerful, you must first understand what the world is becoming. The modern world rewards reaction. It rewards outrage. It rewards constant visibility. But Stoicism has always thrived by moving against the current. The Stoics believe that when everyone runs in one direction, wisdom often lies in standing still. The Stoic view of a noisy world. In 2026, noise will not just be external, it will be mental. Endless opinions, endless comparison, endless pressure to respond, explain, and defend. Most people will mistake activity for progress. Stoics never did. They understood that energy is finite. Every argument drains it. Every explanation spends it. Every reaction leaks it. Silence is not emptiness. Silence is conservation. And what you conserve, you can redirect. Why self-focus is not selfish. Stoic clarity. Many people misunderstand self-focus. They think it means ignoring others or becoming detached from reality. Stoicism teaches something sharper. Self-focus means controlling what is within your power, your habits, your discipline, your values, your daily actions. Everything else is secondary. In 2026, most people will try to manage other people's opinions, social validation, external approval. Stoics will manage themselves, and the one who manages himself is never behind. The Stoic cost of talking too much. When you talk too much about your life, you invite opinions before results, advice before mastery, judgment before completion. Stoics avoided this trap deliberately. They believed unfinished work should remain private. Why? Because outside voices distort internal direction. You begin adjusting your path to please others instead of following reason. Silence protects trajectory. Why silence makes you invisible. And that's good. Modern culture fears invisibility. Stoicism embraces it. Invisibility gives you freedom to experiment, freedom to fail quietly, freedom to rebuild without pressure. The Stoics knew that visibility attracts interference. If everyone is watching you, everyone has an opinion, and opinions slow growth. In 2026, the Stoic advantage will be simple. While others perform, you prepare. While others react, you refine. The Stoic law of momentum. Progress requires momentum. Momentum requires focus. Focus requires silence. Every time you react emotionally, momentum breaks. Every time you explain yourself unnecessarily, momentum stalls. Stoics protected momentum like treasure. They spoke less to move more. Why people will misunderstand your silence. This is important. When you choose silence and self-focus, some people will say, "You've changed, you're distant, you're cold." Stoicism prepares you for this. You are not here to be understood. You are here to live correctly. The Stoics believed that being misunderstood was a small price for inner alignment. The Stoic inner shift, critical. At this stage, something fundamental changes inside you. You stop asking, "What will they think?" You start asking, "What should I do next?" That shift alone separates disciplined minds from distracted ones. In 2026, distraction will be common. Discipline will be rare. Rare things have value. Stoic rule to lock in. Silence is not retreat, it is preparation. Self-focus is not isolation, it is investment. Why this makes you ahead by default. While others burn energy publicly, you store it privately. While others explain intentions, you execute quietly. While others chase attention, you build substance. By the time results appear, no announcement is needed. Reality speaks louder than words. Most people misunderstand self-focus. They imagine motivation quotes, temporary isolation, or selfish withdrawal. Stoicism means none of that. For the Stoics, self-focus was daily discipline applied quietly. In 2026, focusing on yourself will not be a feeling, it will be a system. Stoic self-focus number 1, radical control of attention. Your attention is your life. Where it goes daily is what your life becomes. In 2026, the greatest threat will not be failure, it will be constant interruption. Stoics treated attention like a guarded gate. They asked every day, does this deserve my mind? Most things did not. Arguments, online opinions, other people's chaos, speculation about the future. None of these improved character, so they were ignored. This is not ignorance, this is precision. A Stoic focuses only on what can be acted on today, what improves discipline, what strengthens character. Everything else is noise. Stoic self-focus. Number 2, silent discipline, not public motivation. Modern culture celebrates announcing goals. Stoicism rejects this. A Stoic builds discipline privately. Why? Because discipline that requires an audience is fragile. Real discipline survives boredom, loneliness, and lack of recognition. In 2026, most people will quit when no one is watching. Stoics continue precisely because no one is watching. Their motivation is internal. Stoic self-focus. Number 3, emotional detachment from outcomes. This is where silence becomes essential. Stoics act fully but release attachment to results. They do the work. Then they let reality decide the outcome. Why is this powerful? Because attachment creates anxiety. Anxiety creates hesitation. Hesitation kills progress. In 2026, emotional volatility will be common. Stoics will stand out because they are steady. They do not celebrate early. They do not panic easily. They keep moving. Stoic self-focus. Number 4, strict boundaries with people. Self-focus requires selective access. Stoics were social, but never exposed. They understood that not everyone deserves the same level of proximity. In 2026, boundaries will be misunderstood. People will call you distant when you stop oversharing. Stoics accept this. They measure relationships by respect, consistency, conduct, not words, less explanation, more adjustment. That is Stoic maturity. Stoic self-focus. Number 5, daily self-examination in silence. Every evening, Stoics reviewed themselves, not to judge, to correct. They asked, where did I lose control today? Where did I waste attention? Where did I act against reason? This habit quietly sharpens character. Most people reflect emotionally. Stoics reflect rationally. In 2026, self-awareness will be rare because distraction prevents it. Those who practice this will grow faster than those who never stop reacting. Why this level of self-focus feels uncomfortable. Silence removes distraction. Distraction hides weakness. When you focus on yourself fully, you see your habits clearly. This is uncomfortable. Most people avoid this discomfort by staying busy and loud. Stoics move toward it. Because discomfort is where growth begins. The Stoic inner shift. Critical. At this stage, you stop needing validation, comparison, explanation. You begin to trust process over praise. Your confidence becomes quiet, and quiet confidence is unshakable. Stoic rule to lock in. Focus is not intensity. Focus is consistency without noise. Silence is not emptiness. Silence is space for growth. Why this puts you ahead in 2026. While others react publicly, explain constantly, seek approval, you act privately, improve daily, move forward steadily. Progress compounds fastest in silence. At the highest level of Stoicism, focus and silence are no longer techniques. They become identity. You stop thinking in terms of, how do I improve this year? Or, how do I stay disciplined? You begin to live from a different center. I decide where my life energy goes. That decision changes everything. The Stoic realization that ends distraction. Most people lose years not because they are lazy, but because they are available to everything. Available to opinions, available to drama, available to noise. Stoics learned early, if you are available to everything, you are committed to nothing. In 2026, this truth will matter more than ever. The world will pull constantly. Stoics will decline silently, not with anger, not with explanation, with absence. Why silence becomes your reputation. When you stop announcing plans, stop reacting publicly, and stop explaining your choices, people notice. Not immediately, but consistently. They begin to associate you with stability, depth, self-command. You speak less, but when you speak, it carries weight. You appear calm in moments where others panic. This is not charisma, this is earned authority. The Stoic endgame of self-focus. At this stage, self-focus no longer feels like effort. You no longer fight distractions. You are simply uninterested in them. You no longer need motivation. You have routine. You no longer need validation. You have alignment. This is the Stoic endgame. A life guided internally, not externally. What your life looks like by the end of 2026. You will notice subtle but powerful changes. Fewer arguments, fewer explanations, fewer emotional swings. Your progress will feel quieter but more solid. Your confidence will feel calmer but more real. People may not know what you are working on. That is intentional. Stoics never broadcast growth. They reveal it through results. The final Stoic law. Lock this in. Silence protects momentum. Focus creates direction. Consistency builds identity. Once identity is strong, nothing outside can shake it. Final Stoic closing. You do not need to announce your discipline. You do not need to justify your silence. You do not need permission to focus on yourself. According to the Stoics, the strongest people in any era are not the loudest. They are the ones who choose their battles, guard their attention, build quietly. In 2026, let others speak. You improve. Let others react. You refine. Let others explain. You progress. That is the Stoic path.